So hello friends, in the last tutorial we have covered the products listing page. Okay, so we have done the with the listing page, and in the listing page we have multiple categories buttons. Okay, and according to the buttons we have sorted the dummy data and filtered the character record. Okay, and we have just implemented the Redux as well, so that we have created a simple store with the cart reducer. So this is basically a reducer which is named as a cart reducer. If you are familiar with Redux, so you know what is reducer. Reducer is just basically to filter the actions, and according to the actions, it does operations inside the state. So basically, state is the Redux state. Okay. So we have the store here. So our aim is to set this store inside the main app. Okay. So we will use the provider. Okay. Provider from the React Redux. Okay, and we will wrap all the application so that we will get all the store state data inside this app. Okay, so we have import, so we will use the provider from React Redux. Okay, so we check whether it has been installed. React Redux is there. I think we have to introduce the type as well. Type React Redux as well. Sorry, types. At the rate types React Redux. Okay, REACT. Okay, so now React Redux is there, so we don't have an issue right now. Okay, so we will pass the store here. Okay, so import store from store. Okay, so we have a store. We have on the root store.tsx. Okay, so we will use this store provider. So our step is complete to provide store inside the main component. Okay, so we have done with that. Okay, and now our third step is to create the actions and use the actions. So we will go to the product page. In item page we have the button. Okay, href add to cart. Okay, so what we will do on click JavaScript white so that it will not reload the page. Okay, and then on click we will have props.action name. So do we have props here? Yes. So we should have the action name. Let's suppose add. Okay. So what we will need? We will need to map the state and actions, dispatchable actions to here. For that you have to create a function map state to props. So basically this will do the work for you to attach the reducer state inside your props of the component. Okay, so it will basically return and you will get the state here, and whatever you want to get back, like suppose you have cart value, so you can get the state directly here. Okay. So you have to create another function for dispatchable items, map dispatchable items to props, create dispatch items to props, and here you will get the dispatch, and here also you will have return, but here you will have method, and you will just call the method like this, and you will dispatch the action. So action type will be whatever the type you have. So we will come to the further for the standard architecture, so that you will get the standard architecture. Currently we are just using the similar name here. I will show later. Okay. And here you will have to find the payload, LOAD payload. So what will be the ID? Let's suppose I will store the ID of the data. So you will get the ID here. Okay. So when you call the ID, you just pass the ID inside this payload, and this will work. It should have worked. Okay. So now what we have to do, we should not have to export const item. And now we will have to export default, and we should have connect HOC. Okay. And here we'll have item. We will pass this parameter to this connect, and we will use this import from the React Redux. Import connect from React Redux. Okay. So we have done with that. We have to check what we have, what will be the output. So we have button, and after clicking on the button, you should have ID within inside your cart. So now what we have to check whether it's going to cart or not. So for that what we will have to do, we'll just copy this one, and we will go to the cart page cart, and inside cart we will just convert cart. Okay, so we have cart here, and we will use the connect here. Okay, and we will go the we should don't need it right now this one, but we will need it later. So what we have to do, we have to bind inside the cart. So what is the props dot cart dot length? So I can check whether the length is, what is the length of the product cart. Okay, so let me check. We have clicked the two products, and we will go to the cart. So we have 4 products right now. If you reload that, oh, okay, it should be, and it is showing undefined. So if there is nothing, you have to pass this one. Okay, so you will get 0. Okay, So if you add 1, 2 and go to the cart, you have 2 items. So the state is working with the cart item. So what you have to do, uh, we will use this. Okay, we will use this, and we will go to the header, and inside this header we will use the state. Okay, so what we will do, okay, and we have the state as well, and we will use the React Redux, and what we will do, we will just use this one inside the header card, and we will just show the length here so that we don't need to go on the page to check. Okay, so now you can see that on the header you can see that you have multiple products. If you click on multiple, okay, so you are basically using the memo, that's why it is not updating. Okay, deep updating, so we have to remove that memo right now. We don't need. Okay, okay, so you can see right now 1, 2. Okay, so we have completed up to this, like we have created this cart, and we have the state here. Okay, and we have products, and we have cart, we have reducer, and what we have done, we have created the HOC, use the HOC connect to add the state and dispatch inside your current function component. And another thing, okay, so in next session we will cover the increment decrement of the products. Like if you click on the add to cart, we will have plus and minus button here, and inside the cart we will check the list here. We will find the list with increment and decrement. Okay, so in this tutorial we have used the Redux to add the item inside the store Redux state. Okay, so for that we have what we have done, we have wrapped the whole application inside this provider of the React Redux, and we have provided this store what we have created with cart reducer, with single reducer is there only. Okay, okay, thanks for watching.